Man, do I have great news to share with you today, my friend. Nobody cares about your social media following. And that is great news for some of you and maybe not so great news for some of you. It depends on how you've been spending the last 10 years of your life, pretty much. My name is Kev Rowe. I'm a playlist curator on Submit Hub, and I've listened to over 15,000 songs on Submit Hub at this point, and I've got a playlist network on Spotify with over 17,000 followers of all my playlists who actively listen to my music and all my friends' music and some of your music, independent music, all day long. So it's a very active fan base. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting video because it's going to speak to the larger climate of social media and, of course, the music industry. So here I am on Submit Hub listening to music every single day. And as I've said in previous videos, it's in a super wide range of genres, production quality, performance levels, and kind of like the stories that people are telling me through their music. And one of my biggest pet peeves is when I go into my listening sessions here on Submit Hub, there's a section where when new artists send me a song, they can send a short message to me as the curator to pitch their song. And this is similar to the Spotify editorial playlist pitching process that you do a month before your new song comes out. You go into your Spotify for Artist dashboard and you pitch to the Spotify playlist editors, right? The people who make the editorial playlists on Spotify. This is similar to that, except they're pitching to me. I don't work for Spotify. I have my own playlists, but I make them available through Submit Hub. So there, you can send me this message to pitch your song. It's short. I don't know if there's a character, if you can only have a certain amount of words or not. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But you can write anything you want, or you don't even have to write anything. You can just send me your song and I'll listen to it that way. But in this little description to the playlist curator, myself, while I'm sitting there and I'm looking at your song, sometimes I read that message. Not every time, but sometimes I do. I would say it's about 50-50. And one of my biggest pet peeves is I go and I read that message, right? And it says, if you share our song, we will share this to our social media following of 150,000 Instagram followers. And I want to tell you how that makes me feel as the playlist curator. Immediately, I'm like, I don't really care. So what? I got more songs to listen to here. Like, and you're wasting my time telling me about your social media followers. Like, I don't care if you've got 1 million. I don't know how you got those followers. I don't know if you have like a side cooking show or a basket weaving podcast that got all those followers over to your Instagram account. I mean, all that stuff means nothing to me. Do I care that you're sharing my playlists to your basket weaving community? Not really. No, I don't. I could care less. So you're wasting your time telling me how big your social media following is. What do I care about? Great quality songs. So on a much broader level, this could be an exciting thing, because it means that quality is returning to music through websites like Submit Hub. Like, the only thing I care about while I'm acting as a playlist curator on Submit Hub is this a great song? Number one. Then all the other questions come into play. What genre does it fit in? How long is it? Do I think it should be in my playlists on Spotify? I mean, it's a pretty like basic thing. Is it good enough or isn't? And it has nothing to do with social media following. I have no time to go look and see if these 150,000 basket weaving people that follow you on Instagram are actual hardcore music listeners. Like, I'm not doing any due diligence to see if these artists are quote unquote real or unreal based on social media metrics. The only metrics that matter to me are, is this a great song? Does it have great production quality, great production value? Are the performances incredible? Is this an incredible singer? Is this an incredible guitar player? I don't know. Maybe it's an incredible band who does prog rock music, and I'm just amazed at the amount of work these guys are doing. And lastly, is there an incredible story behind the artist? Now, you could argue that the social media following of an artist affects their overall story. Yeah, that's in there, but I don't have time for that. Like, I want to hear your story in the lyrics of the song. Like, what does the song itself say in a story and do for the listener in their everyday lives? That story that's in your music, like the musical story, has nothing to do with social media. Are there people writing lyrics about their social media following? Yeah, occasionally, maybe 2% of the time, I get that. And if it's a great song, sure, I'll consider that. Like, maybe it's a song with incredible production quality, incredible performances, and the lyrics are about social media issues, like modern topics. And I've wrote a couple of those songs. If that's in there, I'll consider that. And maybe that makes it a tiny bit more relevant if you do share my playlist to your audience, because they have that type of connection, but it's flimsy. I mean, I wouldn't call it a big factor in the whole thing. So the good news, I mean, if you've been out doing gigs for the past 15 years and you really aren't like down to the social media following thing, and let's say you have 500 followers on Instagram who are mostly your friends and family over time, guess what? I don't care. Like, it makes no difference to me whatsoever how many followers you have on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook. So that is the great equalizer in this situation. All I care about is your music. Everything else makes no difference to me. And the longer I'm doing this, and the more I learn about the playlist curator environment, and the more I understand the Spotify playlist editorial curators, the people who make the big playlists on Spotify, and who can really change your career overnight by putting you on those. And the more I understand about publicity companies and independent record labels, and the Nashville studio people and the LA studio people, the more I start to understand those environments, the more I realize that it really is about the music first. Like, you have to have great music. Like, there's no getting around it. It has to be incredible. I'm talking like top 1% production value, top 1% singers, guitar players, and just incredible lyrics. Not like throwaway lyrics, incredible lyrics. Yeah, you got to be great at your craft, period. Social media, it doesn't mean anything. Now, you could make an argument that record labels do go look at social media followings to see if you have a fan base and to see if they have something to sell the new record to. If they give you money and they want people who are ready there to reimburse themselves on that investment in you as an artist. Yeah, that's absolutely true. But I think that it's less true now than it was 4 or 5 years ago. And my prediction is in the upcoming 4 or 5 years, it's going to continue to be less true. And that it's going to be more about the quality of your song and the quality of the recording. We've been in this like spinning wheel of low quality music for 15, 20 years. There are a lot of factors for that, and those are in some of my other videos. Home studios is one of those for production quality, but of course it could be argued that a lot of the great music that's being made would not be made without home studios. That's a whole other topic, whole other argument. I'm talking about my experience on SubmitHub as a playlist curator in reference to your social media following. In the little description, don't tell me about your social media following. In fact, I've said this in other videos. Advice on SubmitHub in the little description is, I want you to tell me about me, the playlist curator. That's what gets my attention, and I've said it before, and I try to laugh about it because it's so vain. But if you go in and you pitch to me on SubmitHub and tell me something about my life as in any way, like, hey, I love your playlist, Feel Good Country Songs, Kev. I really think this is the perfect song for it. Boom, your odds of getting on my playlist just went up by 10 times. If you've actually listened to my playlists and know what I'm into and what my own personal music falls under. Or you could go, hey Kev, I love your song Burn Away. It goes great with my new song, so-and-so. That's awesome too. Now you've actually listened to my music and shown me that you care that much to learn about me and to make a long-term relationship with me, that you know about my music. I mean, that's incredible. Could be something else. You go to my Instagram channel and you see pictures with me and my dog. Hey Kev, here's my new song. I love your dog Maggie. Boom, done. Any of those things about me and you are immediately front of the line and may get on my playlist more. Why? Because it shows that you want to create a relationship with me over time, you respect me as a person, and you care on a certain level that most people don't care. Like, it's not about streams. It's not about monthly listeners on Spotify. All these immediate metrics that are so short term. It's about long-term relationships with people. And I've said this in other videos. It's all about community. And I mean, I see it more and more every day. So, song first. The song has to be incredible. Like, no getting around it. Genre, how long is it? Those things come into play shortly thereafter in my mind when I'm looking at your song. And then finally, I go read that description and the message to me, the playlist curator. Do not mention your social media following. Just talk to me like a human being, you know? So yeah, social media doesn't even matter. I mean, this is all of a sudden we're all in the big leagues of the music business. It's about competition with great songs. That's all there is to it. Talk to you later. Bye.